Hello and welcome to the video. This is a quick look at two brand new things released today from ToolkitRC. I've been lucky enough to have them for about a week, so I've been playing with them here. First one is the M4 Pocket balance charger, and the second thing is the SC100 adapter cable. Now, I like the ToolkitRC stuff. I've had quite a bit of it in here. A lot of my test equipment on the bench is ToolkitRC, and in fact, one of the things I was recommending for festive present ideas actually came from these guys. So it's fun to get this in to kind of have a bit of a play. So let's have a look at the M4 Pocket charger first, and while I unbox it, I'll go through the specs and then we'll look at the cable second. So again, this is the M4 Pocket from ToolkitRC. So this has a main input port, an XT60 that you can charge it from and power it from. That'll accept 7 to 25 volts, maximum of 5 amp input. There's also a USB-C port on this as well, which is PD 3.0 and QC 3.0 capable, AFC, SCP, FCP. So if you have a high power USB-C style charger, you can absolutely power it from that. Charge power is 1 to 5 amps, maximum of 80 watts charge power, and it'll charge cells up to 4S. So if you have 5 or 6S, this probably isn't going to fit the bill for you. Balance current is about 400 milliamps. That's for the 4.2 volt setting. Balance accuracy is quoted as less than 0.005 volts, and the balance accuracy is about the same as well. Now, the USB-C output is about 1 amp at 5 volts too, and the size of this thing is 80 by 40 by 30 millimeters. It's quite a weighty thing. It weighs about 75 grams. Little LCD in this. It's a little IPS unit, 1.54 inches, 240 by 240 resolution. The manual that it comes with is very basic. There's only one control on the whole thing. A long press will allow you to change one thing, short press will allow you to change something else. So there's only a handful of settings. So if you want fine granular control of the current that's going to put into the charge battery, again, this charger won't do that, but it will charge lots of different battery types. So I'm going to plug this into one of my field batteries. This is one of the big 18650 batteries, so there it is, all powered up. Let me just zoom into the screen so you can see it better. The screen is nice and bright and very, very easy to read. It's just being slightly overblown in this dark light conditions. So a quick press on the button will change the charge current between 1, 2, 3 and 5 amps. Those are your 4 choices. And long pressing the button will change the target voltage. 4.2 volts for regular LiPo, HVs, storage charge, and charging down to 3.6 volts as well. So you have a couple of options on here. Now it's also got at the top the details of what the input voltage and everything else is. And then all you have to do is plug in the balance lead at the side of the battery you're interested in, and it will then read all of the voltages, and then plug the XT60 in the bottom. Do like the fact they've managed to squeeze 80 watts of charging power in this. I'm guessing that's why this thing's so heavy, because there's quite a bit of metal inside. And like the fact it's got built-in XT30 and XT60 outputs, so you don't have to have lots of adapters, and the slide things that kind of cover one port or the other so that you can't accidentally plug 2 things in at once or get things the wrong way around is a cute idea too. It does allow you as well to charge mobile devices, so you can charge mobile stuff using the inbuilt USB-C port, and it does support the mainstream USB-C fast charging protocols. So if you don't have a battery to use at the field, but you have something that you can power with one of those USB-C fast charging wall plugs, then it'll work fine. Nice to see at the top there's details about how long the charge has been going, the input voltage, and also the temperature inside as well. But playing with it here, it seems to work very well, and I like the way it's also showing at the bottom the actual battery status. The only thing about this is to be aware, once you've pressed the button, as soon as you plug the battery in, it'll start charging. So do make sure that before you plug your battery in that you're going to charge, that you've got the right voltage and current selected, and away you go. The other thing to talk about then is this thing here. This is the SC100. what it allows you to do is plug it into a PD 2.0, PD 3.0 or QC 2.0 capable USB-C style charger, and then there's a little circuit in here that will actually tell the charger to use the high power settings, so that then those are then presented on the XT60. Now that means that if you have a wall wart like this, you can do some kind of cool stuff. You can use any USB-C power capable output to do things like connect it up to the Toolkit M8S or something like that to actually power it. So rather than having to use a regular LiPo battery or some kind of adapter with a power cable, this little cable is very smart. It'll tell the power adapter to output the high voltage and higher currents, so you have that available on your XT60 adapter. And then you can use that adapter just like you would a LiPo battery, so that you can power stuff on your bench. Things like the toolkit stuff that I talked about at the beginning. So again, these two things have been released today, so they're in time for Christmas. Now, for those of you that watched the very end, thank you for sticking with it. This is going to be my first giveaway. Now, there are going to be some more giveaways, and this is a heads up for all of you that have watched to the end of the video. There's going to be some more giveaways between Christmas Day and New Year's Day, so be aware of that. Make sure that you're keeping an eye on those videos. It's going to be a relatively short time, and they're going to be much more obvious giveaways. But I thought I would sneak this one in for those of you that genuinely watch the videos just for information rather than just for the giveaways. So I am going to give away this ToolkitRC M4 Pocket Charger to one lucky winner. Standard stuff. Pop your comment down below, like, so make sure you're a subscriber, and I'll pull the names out of the hat probably just before New Year. But best wishes to everyone for a fantastic Christmas. Thank you ToolkitRC for all the help and support this year, and I'll see you in the video coming out tomorrow. Thank you for spending your time today watching that video. You can find me in all the usual places on social media, and if you're trying to learn about a subject, then check out the playlist. All of my videos are organized into easy to follow playlists that, if you're trying to learn a topic, will take you from the basics right the way through to some pretty advanced stuff.